So that was the end of episode 22, because I don't remotely remember the name of this episode, but because I'm too tired to remember this episode, because I could probably use a vacation too, because I really identify with this episode, so I'm not stressed, I'm totally fine, I tell you. It's such an interesting thing. I must have been, I'm thinking almost overall, this has been like the second episode that's been dealing with taking care of yourself, or putting, you know, some boundaries, and I think that's such an interesting thing for this show, because the show usually doesn't do that. Yeah, usually it's about helping others and stuff, but obviously there's a flip side to everything. The flip side of helping others is that sometimes you gotta help yourself first, or you gotta say no. It's like, please give me some space. You know, I want to make you happy, but at some point you gotta say no. It's like, I want to spend time with my family or my friends, or I just want to do something by myself and stuff, and that's fine. It's hard, though. You do want to always be helping, but at the same time, you just gotta take time to help yourself. It's like, I have to almost like burn this line from my fan fiction into my mind so I don't forget it. It's like, resting is just as important as working hard, because without rest there's nothing left to fight with. So anyway, yeah, so I totally understand how Twilight feels. I mean, she's done all this stuff for all these other ponies, she's tried to help them, and then but she's all sad and everything because she didn't get to do the one thing that she really wanted to do. So I can understand why she's lashing out at that guy and everything. That would have been devastating for that poor guy. But, you know, it's like, but of course she made up and everything was good. This episode was pretty good because it had a lot of practical stuff. Ironically, it's because you have to be a little bit more assertive with Iron Will here. That was very ironic. If I think that you're standing too close, then she should say so. Could you please back off just a little bit? All these ponies are reasonable. They're not saying, no, we demand that you give us attention and stuff. It's like, we paid for this. It's like, oh, we didn't know that. I thought you were here. Okay, Twilight, we'll give you some space. It's like, most people are reasonable, as long as you're reasonable with them and all that. So I liked how that worked out, and definitely it was funny. It's like, Iron Will was definitely... Don't worry, kiddies. Iron Will had a parachute. He's okay. Iron Will always has an escape plan. Q would be proud. I really liked this episode. It was really cool. It was kind of sort of hard, but it was also really enlightening. Every episode I need to put on the list of stuff I need to learn and put into practice myself. And yeah, it definitely was an interesting thing of, like, you know, how, you know, celebrities can be, you know, quote unquote mobbed, or you have to deal with fans and stuff. Because yeah, it's like with like them in the daycare, they just want their kids to make friends with her so that they can have like a royal friend. And it's like, And it was also really interesting learning about the family, you know, like Shining Arbor, their mom and dad. It's like mom and dad actually had pretty much a main role in this episode and everything, which was kind of cool. And it's like we learned that they're far more adventurous and stuff. It's like, interestingly, the dad loves bingo, the mom is super crazy adventurous, and Shining Armor likes tiny boat races and tiny boat stuff, which I guess is kind of interesting and odd because he's a giant pony, but I guess that's exactly why he likes those things. And there was parts of me where thinking, it's like, I don't think they really needed to wear life jackets for the tiny boat races, but ironically Shining Armor is almost needed it because he's so airsick that he fell into the water and stuff, so poor guy. And so also another interesting thought, look, I'm a Pegasus, I can fly. It's one of the first times I think we've ever heard a pony saying they wanted to be a different kind of pony. I'm a unicorn, I want to learn, I want to fly, or I'm Pegasus, I want to do magic. Given the nature of the show, they're probably not going to go down that road, because that could be problematic, I guess. But still, overall, it was really interesting to see, you know, all this stuff. I'm also glad that in the end, Twilight and her family did in fact get to have a bit of a vacation, and everything's good, because it's like we all definitely need a break sometime, because otherwise we'll break. But overall, this episode was really good. I really liked it, and I think I'll be definitely talking about this episode more at some point, because I definitely need to learn this lesson and put it into practice, so... Oh dear. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video, and as always, thank you for commenting, liking, and subscribing. And until next time, this is Blue Star. Stay strong and pony on. Blue Star out.